Yo, will Dogecoin reach $5 if Amazon Jeff Bezos decides to accept it as a cryptocurrency payment? Well, definitely stay tuned because I'm going to share with you guys some interesting calculations on how we could possibly reach that $5 price points, and then also share with you guys some information regarding Amazon and what they are currently looking at in terms of the crypto space and how that relates to Doge. But before we get into that, just remember this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Be sure to do your research before making any investments. But look at today right now. The market is looking green. Beautiful green sea we got going on for a little bit. Bitcoin has definitely gone back up. We're at 57K. ETH almost 3K. Absolutely nuts, right? And Doge has defeated the 7th place and has moved up to number 6. So we currently at 36 cents, and market cap, we are in the $46 billion market cap. So we're getting back closer to our highs again. And the amount of volume being traded is still mind-boggling to me. We have $9.3 billion being traded in the last 24 hours for Dogecoin. Crazy stuff, right? So this is a little overview summary. Now let's hop into the stuff why you guys came over here, Amazon. Let's see what's going on. So first off, let's just show the good news, guys. I don't want to waste time. This is a petition that I showed in my previous video a few weeks back, and if I'm correct, it only had 150K, I think was the cap of signatures. Seems like they've doubled it basically. Now it's at 300,000 total. And the amount has surpassed it. Look, it's at 209,000 signatures right now. Before it was only like 100, I think it was like 140K or something. Now 209,000 people have signed this. And that's just people who've actually filled this out. There's literally millions of more people who are just looking at the exact same thing and know about Doge. They just haven't even done anything yet. So just looking at the community behind this, there's a big community. Now, what is this, guys? In case you have never seen this before, basically, this is somebody created this petition that is trying to get the attention of Jeff Bezos, Amazon, and saying, hey, we would love it if you decide to accept payments on Amazon with Dogecoin. So this isn't like an official confirmation. Just note, like, if this hits 300,000, doesn't mean Amazon's getting accepted. It's just a petition to get attention of Jeff Bezos, which I'll share with you guys some things that I'm sure none of you really knew about regarding Amazon and crypto payments that, unless you've researched deep into that they were actually considering. So you can read about this if you want to, but I wanted to just start off the video showing you, like, look at this community so far. Now, let's look at some numbers, right? Why is everyone saying these numbers, $1, $2, $3, $4, whatever? Well, let's just see this article right here. So this one says, what will it take for Dogecoin to hit $1? So currently we're at 36 cents. Let's just make our lives easy. Times that by 3, we're basically at $1, right? And here we can say this article gives a quick summary, but they're stating that if somebody like Bezos were to accept Dogecoin as a payment, then they state on this article that they could see Dogecoin hit $1 in less than 24 hours. And again, this is speculating, but I'm going to be honest too. I think that if Dogecoin were accepted by Amazon, the market's going to be absolutely insane. The price of Doge is probably going to go through the roof, right? So again, that would be absolutely nuts. But one is obviously now Dogecoin, if that were the case, it's going to be backed by essentially some of, if not the richest people on the planet. Literally, we got Jeff Bezos and then also Elon Musk. I mean, we've already seen Elon Musk talking about Dogecoin. I haven't seen Bezos really mention much, but just knowing two of the richest people on the planet looking at Dogecoin as a use for payments or just mentioning it would be absolutely crazy. Would do numbers for Dogecoin, right? Now let's just look at some numbers, right? Because obviously we can say price prediction and all that stuff, but let's see, like, what reality, why is it so important if Amazon were to accept this, right? So let's just look at some stats that I've seen. Now, this is on Forbes article from this year, so February. So this is recent information to my knowledge. And if you have the exact numbers, feel free to comment below. But essentially, they're showing revenues of $386 billion with a yearly increase of over $100 billion. And as Amazon continues to grow, right? Obviously, it's super famous in America. And I know other countries have their copycat or their version of Amazon. But regardless, they did $386 billion. Literally, it's stating in here in 2020. So that's just 2020. And then imagine in the next 5, 10 plus years, if Amazon starts doing trillions of dollars worth of revenue, that's going to be absolutely crazy. Because then that means the amount of uses, aka the amount of money being transferred, especially if they were to accept Doge, would get a fraction of this value being transferred over. That's going to most likely cause Doge to go crazy, right? And even looking at some giants, right? So Walmart is super humongous in US, not sure about other countries, but they did 407 billion, right? So just imagine, this is something people probably aren't really considering. Is just if Amazon were to accept this, obviously they're not doing trillions of dollars, but it's not the fact about that. It's the fact as the other big companies out there, they're gonna see this if again this were to happen, and then they're going to guess what, hop on that train because they want a piece of that pie. Now again, just to be real, Amazon could completely ignore this. They don't even have to touch this. But let's just take a look. Let's just pretend. Now, I actually did some research to see what the actual calculations are required for us to hit these price points, which I'll show you in a second. But before that, you're probably wondering, oh, Amazon, they don't care about cryptos. They have their own thing. Bezos is super, super wealthy. He could care less about Dogecoin, all that stuff. And there's other articles that are saying how, he might not like cryptocurrencies as payments because there's a lot of other things he can't control. Well, let's take a look at this article. So this one was actually posted 3 months back, and there's a bunch of different websites that say the exact same thing. But pretty much the title says Amazon set to launch its own digital currency. Now, here basically it's super simple, but they said that they saw this job posting apparently that is looking for, you can see here, the e-commerce and cloud computing giants put out a call for its how to join its digital and emerging payments division, which is in the process of developing a system whereby customers in emerging markets can convert their cash into digital currency. So again, these were rumors, and apparently they state that the job posting has been removed, but they're actually going to launch this starting at least in Mexico, right? So that's going to be interesting. I feel like that'd be more viable to test in other countries where it makes more sense. US, definitely it's a market where if you're not succeeding the first time, they're just not going to like it. But that is something right there. I just want to show you guys a little quick excerpt about that, because if Amazon's already considering some sort of digital currency payment, whether it's their own Bitcoin, ETH, XR, whatever it is, Dogecoin, that means they are already curious about this potential possibility, right? And if Doge were to continue to do what it's doing, more companies start to use it for something actually in real world versus just being a meme joke, that's a big deal. Now let's get to the fun stuff, the stuff you guys been waiting for, right? So here is the calculations, guys. So basically, if you guys want to replicate this on yourself, feel free to get like an Excel doc, whatever. And what you need to do is you get the current price. So Dogecoin right now, it's at 36 cents. You go to CoinMarketCap, you click into the actual coin. And what you want to do is you want to copy this circulating supply. So this is basically how you get the price. So you take this circulating supply, and then you put it right here. You pretty much multiply this by the price currently, and that's our market cap, 46.5 some billion, right? So you can see here 46.7 now. Obviously, it's increased, but basically it's almost identical. Now, what is the market cap required to hit $1? So it's simple math. It's basically 3x. So let me make sure I put $sign. And now look at the market cap. We're at 129-ish, give or take bill. And this is also assuming the supply, it's the same. I'm not going to change the supply as it increases. I'm just going to keep it the same just for example purposes. And then let's say $3, right? $3 seems like a lot more reasonable. 5 is definitely stretching it out there. But now we have 3. Now we're at 388 bill. Now, if you look at this, going back to the top 10, or at least say top 5, ETH is at 338, basically 337 bill. And that's the max right now. So if imagine Bitcoin were to hit 100K. Imagine ETH were to double, if not do basically what Bitcoin does. Guess what? Now this is at like 600 plus billion, almost 700 billion market cap. And then this is only would be essentially half, assuming Bitcoin goes to that levels. Now let's see this magic number. I've seen people talking about $5. Let's see, $5. Is that even possible? 647 bill. Okay. Now, do I think that's gonna happen soon? I don't think it is. Definitely, don't get me wrong. This could take multiple years, right? Remember that, guys. This isn't something that's like gonna happen in a couple months. That'd be nuts, right? If it does, then I'm basically going to be absolutely mind blown. But assuming Bitcoin does the numbers that people out there predict, right? Like they say 100K. Then there's the next ones like 250. Then there's 500K. Then there's 1 mil. Imagine Bitcoin gets to 500K, right? Just hypothetically. If that were the case, this market cap would literally be multi-trillions. So for Doge to just be, assuming Doge maintains this volume and nothing really crashes the market or anything. Again, this is all in a bull market. This isn't talking about bear markets, worst case scenarios. If that were to maintain its position and people community supports, then being at $5 is basically a similar ratio compared to the top cryptos, assuming they've hit their massive all-time highs. So again, this is just a little overview, a look on Dogecoin. And then if you want to leave it off, I have the chart up right here. And currently, if you want to, let's go ahead and I'll zoom this out. Let's go to 1 day just to make our life easier. And look at this beautiful chart. But let's just do the numbers, right? So we're trying to hit $5. That's what people are saying. Again, it's gonna be absolutely ridiculous trying to make this because, like, look at this, right? So finally, I can see $5. If I were to measure at this dotted line right here, which is like the low point. It's not perfect. This is like 1 cent, by the way. Obviously, Doge was lower, but let's just make life easy. And it were to go here to $5 plus. Look at the percent gain. Like, I can't even, am I reading that correctly? 41,000K. Basically 41K plus percent, assuming that it was at 1 cent. Now, obviously, it's not at 1 cent anymore. It is at 36 cents. Let's go to this green line here. And let's go to 5. So now you can see the percent changes drastically. It's at like 1,000. 1.3K give or take, right? So what's the upside? Well, obviously, if Doge were to maintain its growth, then yes, people who got in super early are literally multi-millionaires. Now, if you're getting in now, obviously the gains, assuming it were to run up, it might not be that crazy, but regardless, this is a definitely super volatile space, super crazy. Dogecoin, everything could crash to zero. We never know. But for now, it seems like crypto is here to stay. I could be 100% wrong, but until then, we'll have to wait and see. But definitely let me know, what are your price predictions on Dogecoin? Comment those down below. Be sure to smash the like button for Doge. Hit the subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.